Rebirth of the Mind, Exploring the Cultural and Intellectual Renaissance. Introduction. In this episode of Rhythms of History, we embark on a journey to one of the most transformative periods in human history, the Renaissance. From the revival of classical learning to the flourishing of arts and sciences, the Renaissance was a time of unprecedented innovation and creativity that reshaped the course of Western civilization. The revival of classical learning. Our journey begins with an exploration of the revival of classical learning that marked the beginning of the Renaissance. We delve into the recovery and translation of ancient texts from Greek and Latin, rediscovering the wisdom of philosophers like Plato and Aristotle, and the writings of historians like Herodotus and Thucydides. We also examine the role of humanist scholars like Petrarch and Erasmus in promoting the study of classical literature, history, and philosophy, laying the groundwork for a new era of intellectual inquiry and exploration, the flourishing of arts and sciences. Next, we turn our attention to the flourishing of arts and sciences during the Renaissance. We explore the emergence of new artistic techniques and styles, from the realistic portrayals of the human form in painting and sculpture to the development of linear perspective and chiaroscuro. We also examine the achievements of Renaissance polymaths like Leonardo da Vinci, who made groundbreaking discoveries in anatomy, engineering, and astronomy, as well as the contributions of thinkers like Galileo Galilei and Nicolaus Copernicus to the scientific revolution. The impact on society and culture. Finally, we discuss the impact of the Renaissance on society and culture, both in Italy and beyond. We explore the rise of humanism as a cultural movement that emphasized the dignity and worth of the individual, as well as the securization of art and literature that reflected a shift away from medieval religious orthodoxy. We also examine the patronage of the arts by wealthy merchants and noble families, who commissioned works of art and supported the careers of artists, writers, and scholars. Through these cultural and intellectual developments, we gain insight into the dynamism and creativity of Renaissance society and the enduring legacy of its achievements. Conclusion. As we conclude our exploration of the cultural and intellectual rebirth of the Renaissance, we are reminded of the power of human creativity and ingenuity to transcend the limits of time and space. From the revival of classical learning to the flourishing of arts and sciences, the Renaissance remains a testament to the boundless potential of the human mind and the enduring quest for knowledge and understanding. Join us next time as we continue our journey through the rhythms of history and the spread of ideas. From the invention of movable type to the dissemination of knowledge on an unprecedented scale, the printing revolution revolutionized communication, education, and culture, laying the groundwork for the modern world. The invention of movable type. Our journey begins with the invention of movable type by Johannes Gutenberg in the 15th century, a technological breakthrough that revolutionized the process of printing. We explore Gutenberg's innovative methods for casting metal type and assembling pages, allowing for the mass production of books and pamphlets with unprecedented speed and efficiency. We also examine the role of the printing press in democratizing access to information, as printers across Europe began producing works in vernacular languages, making knowledge more accessible to a wider audience than ever before. The spread of knowledge and ideas. Next, we turn our attention to the profound impact of the printing press on the spread of knowledge and ideas. We explore the proliferation of printed materials such as Bibles, scientific treatises, and literary works, which enabled scholars, scientists, and writers to share their ideas with audiences around the world. We also discuss the role of printing in the dissemination of revolutionary and dissenting views, from the writings of Martin Luther and the Protestant Reformation to the spread of Enlightenment ideals in the 18th century. Through these examples, we gain insight into the transformative power of printed texts in shaping public opinion, challenging authority, and fostering intellectual exchange. The legacy of the printing press. Finally, we reflect on the lasting legacy of the printing press and its impact on human civilization. We explore how the printing revolution paved the way for the development of modern education, literacy, and scholarship, as well as the rise of newspapers, magazines, and other forms of mass media. We also discuss the role of printing in fostering cultural and political movements, from the rise of nationalism to the spread of democratic ideals. Through its ability to disseminate knowledge and empower individuals, the printing press continues to shape the way we communicate, learn, and interact with the world around us. Conclusion. As we conclude our exploration of the impact of the printing press and the spread of ideas, we are reminded of the profound influence of technology on human society and the enduring power of knowledge to transform lives and shape the course of history. From its humble beginnings in a German workshop to its global reach in the digital age, the printing press remains a symbol of human ingenuity and the limitless potential of the written word. Join us next time as we continue our journey through the rhythms of history, Protestant Reformation, and its profound effects on religion and society. From the challenge to ecclesiastical authority to the fragmentation of Christendom, the Reformation forever altered the religious and cultural landscape of Europe, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to shape the world today. Origins and catalysts. Our journey begins with an exploration of the origins and catalysts of the Protestant Reformation. We delve into the theological and ecclesiastical grievances that fueled the movement, from the sale of indulgences to the corruption and abuses within the Catholic Church. We examine the seminal role of Martin Luther, whose 9-to-5 Theses sparked the flames of reform, challenging papal authority and advocating for the primacy of Scripture and faith. We also discuss the contributions of other reformers, such as John Calvin, Ulrich Zwingli, and John Knox, who furthered the cause of Protestantism and paved the way for the emergence of diverse religious traditions. Doctrinal and cultural impact. Next, we turn our attention to the doctrinal and cultural impact of the Protestant Reformation. We explore the central tenets of Protestant theology, including justification by faith alone, the priesthood of all believers, and the authority of Scripture. We discuss the proliferation of vernacular translations of the Bible, which empowered individuals to engage directly with the sacred text and challenge the monopoly of Latin in religious worship and education. We also examine the cultural and social transformations brought about by the Reformation, from the dissolution of monasteries and the redistribution of wealth, to the rise of literacy and the promotion of universal education. Through these developments, we gain insight into the profound reshaping of religious and cultural identity in early modern Europe. Political and social ramifications. Finally, we reflect on the political and social ramifications of the Protestant Reformation. We explore the outbreak of religious wars and conflicts that ravaged Europe in the wake of the Reformation, from the 30 Years' War to the English Civil War. We discuss the rise of religious pluralism and tolerance, as well as the emergence of new forms of governance and political thought that laid the groundwork for modern democracy and religious freedom. We also examine the lasting impact of the Reformation on art, literature, and music, as Protestantism fostered new expressions of spirituality and creativity that continue to resonate with believers and non-believers alike. Conclusion. As we conclude our exploration of the Protestant Reformation and its effects on religion and society, we are reminded of the enduring legacy of this transformative movement. From its humble beginnings in the 16th century to its global influence in the present day, the Reformation remains a testament to the power of ideas to inspire change and reshape the world. Join us next time as we continue our journey through the rhythms of history,